wanted to fill you in on my writing journey so far from the start of 2018 until today. So this writing journey has had some highs, some lows, some okay days, and some, I don't know what else to call them. So when 2018 began, I had big plans for the Water Rushes series. I mean, I still do have big plans for the Water Rushes series, but basically, I had big plans for January and the Water Rushes series. I had completely gotten all the covers remade and was going to relaunch them towards the end of January. I also had a bunch of newsletter swaps. So newsletter swaps is what you do with other authors. You do a swap in which you share their book with your subscribers because they might enjoy it, and they share your book with their subscribers because their subscribers might enjoy it. So it's kind of like, you know, everybody situation. So I had a lot of those set up. I also had a lot of bigger promotions and Amazon ads and Facebook ads and blog tours and a lot of stuff lined up. And it did yield a lot of sales, a lot of awareness, but it did not go the way that I imagined it to go. So my biggest promotion was supposed to happen on the 23rd. And due to a scheduling mix-up, it didn't happen on the 23rd. So I got in touch with them on the 24th and I said, oh, you know, it didn't happen. And they apologized and everything was fine and they said they could put it out that day. So I said, perfect, great, let's do it, let's get it out there. And so they went ahead and did it. But what I didn't factor in is that I think they normally take a bit longer to set it up than just on the day. So I think that might have negatively impacted it. So I still did really well, but the first time I did a promotion with them, I sold a lot more books, so I just thought, okay. So then I had to think, is it due to the new cover? Maybe the new cover is not as great as I think it is, or is it due to the fact that the promotion was rushed? So I didn't really know, and there's not really a way to tell. So I kind of had to arrange that in my mind of what to do now, like how to move forward. Because the first time I did a promotion with that company, which was the big promotion, the first time I did that promotion, my books went to top 5 in both sci-fi and in epic fantasy on Amazon, which is so exciting. So I thought this time maybe I could make it to number 1 or at least in the top 3, you know, just do as well as I did then, because in my mind I had better covers, which attracts more attention, and it didn't work. So this is the disappointment I was talking about. And so there were a few rocky days where I was like, what now? So January has been a bit of a rocky start in the Water Rushes series, and just the idea that, as you know, I quit my job to, you know, make this work. So when I saw that it wasn't working, I was kind of like, okay, well, I really don't want to go back to work. If I'm honest with myself, you know, I quit my job because this is what I love. I love writing. I love dedicating myself to characters in my head and just sharing my stories with the world. You know, that's what I want to do, and that's what I want to do forever. So, you know, if I'm being honest, I'd rather not go back to work, but okay, it's not working. And it kind of just came to the point where I said to myself, look, you're not going to give up. You know you're not going to give up. So rather than sitting here moping about the fact that things didn't go the way you wanted them to go, how about you just move on with your life, because at the end of the day, this is how it is. So it took a while, and I went to like some of the author groups that I'm a part of and spoke to some people, and it was so nice to just get their feedback on it and just to see where they come from and how they pick themselves up and dust themselves off after things didn't go the way they planned. And of course, again, me and the believing something has happened is going to happen sort of thing. So there is another author who's highly successful, and she said as well that she didn't have any advertising, she didn't have any subscribers, she didn't have any newsletter swaps, she just believed it was going to do well, and she's actually doing really well. And then I started kind of looking at it that way, and I was kind of like, well, I believed it would work, but only dependent on this ad, or dependent on this and dependent on that. And what I realized is, if I'm going to be honest and believe in something, then it should be I believe in it regardless. So whether it has the best advertising or not, I should believe it's going to do well. Whether it has the best newsletter swaps or not, it's going to do well. So I kind of rearranged my perspective on things, which of course is not easy, and I'm still working on it, but I'm trying to look at it now as, well, what I learned from that was that I can't have my life dependent on one event or thing going well, and that I kind of have to just believe that it will work out the way that I see it working out and not focus on how it's going to get there. So it's been a bit of a up and down January, but I'm just trying to take the positives from it. But in terms of things I can control, I was like, okay, this cover didn't do as well as that cover, so maybe it's not a better cover, you know? Maybe, yes, okay, it's got people on it, which is what a lot of you guys said, a lot of my Facebook followers said, you know, covers with people on them just seem to capture their attention more. So I was like, okay, these covers do have people on them, but still it doesn't mean it's more captivating than the last one, so maybe it is the cover. So I just decided to get in touch touch with my cover designer and just said, look, I know that, you know, this is a cover, it is beautiful, blah, 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 but maybe we can tweak it just a little bit to make it stand out a little bit more, blah, blah, blah. And she was well on board, so she worked on that, so that's really exciting as well. And I decided, as Disney says, to just keep moving forward. So I went back to work on the Ashes of Legends series. It is now 101 something thousand words, which is much longer than it was when I originally gave it to my editor. When I gave it to my editor, it was 93,000 words, and she told me to like add some stuff in, take some stuff out, blah, blah, blah. So there I was thinking, you know, I do that and it's going to be 95,000 words or 96,000 words, but no, it is 100 and something thousand words. But I have stopped now and I've sent it back to her, which is really exciting. So she's going to give it a final run through, tweak it with all the grammar, the story, just double check that everything makes sense and coalesces beautifully, and then she'll give it back to me and I will officially begin the process of getting Ashes of Legends out into the world. And I'm not going to obsess into how it gets out into the world or what advertising I use or what this or what that. I'm just going to let it out into the world and believe in the best. So I'm looking forward to giving that its best chance. I'm also setting up the cover for the Once Upon a Tide novella, which is the book 3.5 in the Water Rushes series. So I'm excited to release that one. I don't know exactly when I'm going to release it, but the cover is going to be made in the first week of March, so I'll be sharing that with you then. And so I'm just spending the next couple of weeks just tweaking it and getting it 100% final. My editor's already seen it, so it's just a matter of me going through it for the final time and being like, yes, okay, let's do this. And then, yes, so maybe March time I'll be releasing Once Upon a Tide, which is super exciting. I'm also working on book 4 in the Water Rushes series, which I will be telling you guys the title reveal for that probably in a month or so. I really do like the title for that. I love all the titles for the books and how it's like the water and it just gets bigger and bigger. So there's your clue. It starts with the water's edge, then you get caught in the ripples, then you get swept away, then you have Once Upon a Tide because of the past. So it's going to be something related to water. That is your clue. And of course, I'm also working on the second book in the Ashes of Legends series. So I'm working on a lot of projects simultaneously, but then also not at the same time. So I worked on Ashes of Legends, it is now away with the editor, and so I am working on Once Upon a Tide, which I'm just fixing it up, and then once that is done, which won't take very long, I will then go on to the fourth book in the Water Rushes series, which is already written, but I will now be going to the next draft, and once the next draft is done, I will be going to the second book in the Ashes of Legends series. Yay! So now I will show you the new covers for the Water Rushes series. I will be doing a before and after. Now I honestly like the original covers because I didn't see anything wrong with them, it was just that they were symbol covers. But yeah, you can see the difference between the symbol covers and the people covers, and let me know, do you think that having a person on the cover is more catchy, or was it captivating enough as just a symbol? Because yeah, that was the feedback that I originally got, was to put people on it instead. But yeah, now that it's done, what do you think? I will have another writing journey update for you very soon, and maybe I'll have more stuff to share with you, more intriguing details and happenings in the world, who knows, but that is it for today. Thanks for watching, and until next time, I'll see you. Bye!